Welcome to the New College of Florida. I'm Dr. Emily Carr, the first ever and only professor of creative writing here at NCF. All of y'all have indicated some interest in creative writing, so I'm particularly delighted, super psyched to welcome you to our community. We're going to talk more about creative writing later. For now, my job is to provide you with the information, tools, resources, support you need to feel confident and super psyched when you get to campus in the fall. Navigating new systems is always stressful, especially when you're long distance. You don't really have a sense of connection to this new community, and everything is unknown and therefore scary. I've crafted this roadmap to guide you through the registration process. This way, one unknown becomes unknown. And you get to know one friendly face, at least mine. You'll be navigating most of this interactive presentation on your own, and I'm confident that you don't need me to tell you how. Everything in this roadmap is clickable and hyperlinked. For example, voila. If you ever need to go back home, right, if you're like, oh, but where do I go next? What happens? There's nothing to click. The home button or a back button will appear on the right-hand side of the browser. If you just take your mouse over there, home takes you back to our roadmap. You can also take your mouse to the bottom of the screen and click forwards and backwards, which will take you to the previous slide. So clicking back won't take you back home. It'll just take you to the slide that comes immediately before in the deck or after, right? So again, if you want to go home, make sure that you're always clicking the home button, which will appear on the right. The other thing it helps to know is that all URLs are hyperlinked and clickable. So you can click on any of these and it will take you directly to the page on the New College website. Highly suggest you bookmark all of these. We'll come back to that later. So there are two phases to our journey. Phase one, the goal of phase one basically is for you to have chosen some courses in the course catalog and to have put together a preliminary fall schedule. And then the second phase is to actually enter those into our registration system. So, if we follow this roadmap from beginning to end, you start with being an enrolled student and you end with being a fully registered student. I don't expect you to master all of the information in this roadmap. Rather, I want you to learn how to navigate it so you can come back to it later and start to answer your own questions. So what I've done is I've collected, summarized, distilled a bunch of information that lives in all these strange places online. So I brought it all together in a single place. So I highly advise that you bookmark the link to this roadmap and revisit it as needed. Okay, on that note, we are going to get started.